So if you have any comments to make about that, or some suggestions that would help them make a better written plan, please do that, and I will share that with them tomorrow. All right. Does anyone have any questions?
At 2 minutes, once you've done 6 minutes, I'll have a yellow piece of paper that says 2 minutes. I'm going to show that. At 1 minute, it's a bright pink one, so it should be attention getting, so that way you know you don't run out of time.
We have a few visitors with us. I want to introduce Jessica Huff again from DHCD, who is managing the grant money that we are using for prize money. So we're excited about that. And we've got some extra family members here today to support the contestants. So does everyone have a number?
Great.
You'll get it over with. All right. Okay. Do you have a card? Do you have a card or anything? Okay. So I put this in.
Right.
All right. So, any questions? Anything you need to do? Here comes our contestant. She had customers at her store. So her counterpart was. Okay. So you have enough room here. All right. When you're ready to start, motion. Sarah, and she will.
Before I sit, stand, or fall.
You'll be fine. All right.
Okay, we can start.
All right.
I do some of my best work walking around, talking to my customers, so that's what I'm doing. Hello, my name is Steve Austin. I'm owner of Hometown Hardware in St. Paul, Virginia. I was employed at a local hardware store for 23 years until its closing last spring, putting me in a true midlife crisis. Jobless and not sure what I'm going to do next. With prayer and extended research, I developed a plan to open our new store and fill the void of the closing of the old store. Having worked in the industry for over 2 decades, I knew from experience that a local hardware store is needed in this community and would be successful if managed properly. So the journey began for us to open a new store to serve the community I grew up in and the community I love. Using the experience that I gained from my previous job, I began to piece together ideals for the new store. Having the history of my previous job and the knowledge of what's sold in this community over the years gave us exactly what we needed to stock our store. We decided the best path to start was to start small and add new items as we grow. Many new stores begin with upwards of $100,000 in inventory. However, by using the history of sales from my previous job, we stocked the most common items, and those items we sold on a daily basis. After studying these items, our open inventory would be somewhere around $25,000. In July 2017, we opened our doors for business after securing a loan, purchasing a building, and startup money to stock the inventory. Our sales have steadily grown since our opening, and we're adding new items every week as needed by customer demand. We expanded our inventory in December to offer propane sales. And we've seen immediate results in increased sales from the propane. Now that warmer weather is coming, we are planning on expansion again to stock lumber and other building products. We're going to add a full line of treated lumber, regular lumber, and plywood. Our projections are that we should expect to see an increase of 30% in sales by midsummer. Much like the hardware side of the business, we're going to start the lumber expansion off small. The cost of putting a full line of treated lumber, regular lumber, and plywood in full bundle quantities would exceed $30,000. I've worked out a deal with a local wholesale supplier to buy small size bundles of lumber to stock our warehouse. We have a 2,400 square foot warehouse in our building to stock most, if not all, these items indoors. And I have a few pictures of our warehouse there. And then there's the outside of it, so we have great access to it. Commonly, most lumber yards are outside and stock is somewhat exposed to the elements along with the customer. Having the lumber yard inside, we will create a great shopping atmosphere for the customer. We are investing some of our own money to get the expansion started, and winning any prize money from this business challenge will go a long way and help us reach our goal to have an indoor lumber yard. We're able to compete with the bigger box stores, your Lowe's, your Home Depots, by offering better customer service. Much like going to school in a small community school. And the teacher has the ability for more one-on-one help because the class size is smaller. It's also a myth that the big box stores have cheaper prices on the same products that we sell. This is not true. They do have better prices on some things because they are able to buy in bulk quantities and distribute those quantities to many stores. But most everyday items we are cheaper or really close to the same prices as they have. Customer service is our main advantage over these large corporations, and the ability to shop small, keeping the money in our local economy is our goal. And that is our main goal, is to keep local consumers shopping in our local stores. Thank you, and I'm about to pass out. Oh my goodness. Where's my basketball?
I told you it was very good.
Time.
Farmer's number 2.
Okay.
All right, Heather, I wrote down.
No, I got to do this on later. Do you have any questions you want to ask Steve? You can answer questions. If you have any questions, please, please do so. If you have any questions about it before we start the next one, while she's getting set up. So if you have questions or other things, go ahead. I'm finding my glasses.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a contingency plan if you come to the board and will be able to continue to go forward with?
Yes, ma'am, I will. Like I said, we want to play on the basics of our money anyway. So where I'm starting off small, we'll still be able to do this, but, on a smaller basis. But the advantage of having more money is that you can buy in full bundles, which is probably much cheaper. But if that doesn't work, we've got a plan to keep it going. Thank you.
One more question. Are you planning to employ anyone? Steve?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We will have at least one part-time employee to start, and if our estimates go the way we think they're going to go, he'll be a full-time employee within just a few months.
Just tell us when you're ready for the next one. anybody have questions on
Steve
it?
knows where I went to school at.
I do.
I am.
All right, whenever you're ready, start.
My name is Heather Jordan. I'm the owner of Ginger Baby Designs. Pretty much anything you want a monogram, I'm your girl. But how many of you guys have ever had a last minute gift, or maybe like with your children or grandchildren, that you needed something and the day before you forgot, and oh man, I forgot to do that. Well, my business, I do custom shirts, custom tumblers, and I also sell, like, have things on hand, other things on hand. And I also do pre-orders for a lot of my items. And this is my husband, Matt. He's the business side of this. Okay. So I'm a sole proprietor. I established this in 2017. Last January, well, September of 2016, I had my son prematurely. I was off work with him while he was in the NICU. And then I also took some time off until at the end of April last year. And my plan was, I was trying to find something that I could do from home that I could stay at home with him. Well, I know that a lot of my friends, and even myself, like, I purchased a lot of things off of Etsy and also from different Facebook groups. Nothing, we didn't really have anything like that around here. So, I purchased my equipment, made the small investment to purchase that. Well, I ended up being a lot busier than I ever thought I would be. And about August of last year, my business, it started booming. I had people asking me if I was going to, if I could do like embroidered monograms, if I could do, order different things. Come a year of doing this in December, I wanted to make the plunge and start looking towards eventually opening up a store. I partner with different businesses. I have I'm starting having an agreement with for Petsy Grooming to have a couple of my decals in there for them to have on hand to sell. And I've also spoken with a couple other businesses, and we're negotiating terms on having my products in there. I also partner with Appalachian Graphics. Even though it is a competitor, like she and I, we work together. Like if there is something that I can't do, I refer it to Heidi. If there's something that she can't do, I've gotten plenty of business from her because she knows that I have a quick turnaround. I do a lot of like the Arctic tumblers. Like I know most of you guys have the stainless steel tumblers. Well, I started out I use the Arctic brand. They're very good quality. They come in a multitude of colors. And then including my price is I customize them. Like I can do anything from monograms to different, just different art features on it. I also sell on Etsy. My business has picked up without even doing any sponsored ads. Most of my sales come from Facebook and in person. I have a delivery option that I deliver locally, and then also like where my husband is, all on the road all the time. He does a lot of my deliveries to people in Tazewell County, and also in Abington. And that's something that not a lot of businesses do. This is my little boy. He is the inspiration for Ginger Baby Designs. He is a fiery redhead, and that is an understatement. He's wild. And we call him the head ginger baby in charge. He has learned how to try to swipe on the computer and on my phone while I'm doing orders. He tries to make notes while I'm working on things. And he's pretty much my supervisor. He keeps it on hand whenever Matt's going back and forth to work. I do have a competitive market online. However, locally, you may have someone that does it, which right now I do it at home, but no one provides a store for it. And I'm looking to eventually, to do that. I offer online payments. I also meet with customers for payment. My main thing is I try to provide excellent customer service. Like, instead of, treat others how you want to be treated, I treat my customers better than I expect to be treated. Because I know it being in a retail position, customer service is key. That is the most important part. And word of mouth. I've had several people, just message me or call me and say, hey, so-and-so told me that you do this for them. Can I get one or, get a tumbler like that? Or can I get you to make me a shirt? My target market is women of all ages. Like I'm transitioning to having some more clothing options. Like this is one of my, I did a buy-in for that. I try to keep low stock right now since it's just in the course of it. The things I buy, I do more research on them. I order quality items. Like as you see with the Sherpa and the 2 shirts. I don't use the shirts that you can get at wholesale for $1. I use Bella Canvas, the Next Level shirts. They're thicker material. They last longer. And if I buy something, then I don't want it to be, have holes in it within a couple of weeks or a couple of wears. I do have a policy stated up front on my business page. That I feel that it's important that customers know up front that they can do their payment options even if they don't have a PayPal account. It keeps us from meeting 2 times. And also, PayPal is secure. Like if there's an issue with an item, I can easily refund their money, which that very rarely happens. But it's something that I need to have. Here are some of the other items I have. Now, that picture that was whenever I did one of my ads. But everything else are things that I do. Like I do home decor. My Tumblr has been my biggest seller. Let's face it, if you have young kids, coffee is not mine but Coca-Cola. Is how I survive. I provide, everything is custom. It's not something that you're going to see anywhere else. And I always do proofs before to make sure that my customer is highly satisfied with their product. My future services, I'm planning to purchase a larger embroidery machine. Something that at least a 5-needle machine, and the digitizing software. That way I can do work with other companies and also churches and schools. I would like to have, with the storefront, I would like to have more inventory, and I think my storefront option is going to be happening sooner rather than later, which hopefully, good Lord willing, it will be in the next couple months. My financials, I have tripled from the start. I have tripled in the first year. 2018 is just the first 2 months that I've done this.
Keep going.
Is that already hit off? The perks of being a school teacher. You learn how to hit everything ahead of time. Thank you, guys. Oh, do you guys have any questions? Any questions?
So you do have a location?
I run it out of my home right now, but I'm looking into options. There's a spot across from the Western Front. Actually, I'm getting ready to call you Steve because I have a couple questions for you. But I am looking for a storefront right now. You're pretty good at that, man. Oh, he knows how to push my buttons. He's my van a lot.
Is all of your marketing via social media?
A lot of it is, I'm starting to use Instagram more, and a lot of it is word of mouth.
So if you do open a storefront, do you anticipate creating new jobs?
I do. Right now, I am looking to employ someone part-time, because I work full-time, and just with that, I need the extra help. I've had a lot of midnight to 1 o'clock nights, and then waking up for school the next day. If I end up with a business route, then I hopefully want to employ someone full-time. And then possibly even more, just depending on depending on the need.
Thank you.
So what are your limits as far as the business front? How much are you looking at spending?
As far as the business front, I'm looking at between my utilities, insurance, and storefront, it would be at least $600 a month. For me to purchase my main goal right now is to purchase a larger embroidery machine. And with the digitizing the software and then hoops and extra embroidery threads, I'm looking at about like $10,000 right now. And which I've already upgraded to one embroidery machine, a brother machine, professional grade. But I'm about to outgrow it already, and I've already had it a month.
Does anybody else in this area do the monogramming?
Appalachian Graphics does some. I
Are they
think
located right in this area?
they moved to Castlewood.
That's
But as far as anybody else, which I offer a little bit different than what she does. We do have some things in common that we offer, but a lot of the things that I sell that she doesn't sell. And vice versa. Which there are a couple of things that I've had that I'll take, like with my machine right now, I'll holler at her and she will, she'll customize it for me if need be. But
does most everything need to be pre-ordered, or like if you had tourists coming in, you could kind of customize it like you want?
yes, and then that's what, like right now where I first started out, like I wanted to keep it a little low overhead because I didn't, kind of getting in too deep, instead of dipping your toes in the water. I didn't want to do that. But I keep plenty of tumblers in stock. I keep shirts in stock, and I try to keep it to a couple of day turnaround time. If I had a storefront, then I could do most things same day as long as I had it in stock, which hopefully that will be soon.
I can get it from my email.